Hello everyone, in this quick tutorial I will show you how you can create Power Automate backed rules in tables, table backed components and board backed components in Loop app. Let's get started. Before we dive into our demo, let's briefly explain key concepts around Loop rules. If you're familiar with Power Automate, that's the same logic. Each rule has its trigger, condition, and action. Trigger, think of this as the starting action for your flow. Let's say you have a stats column in your table and the value of stats column changes. The trigger action is going to be change in that stats column. And the condition, let's say condition is going to be a certain value. For example, stats value changed to complete. And the action is going to be when the trigger is invoked, do this. For example, send email to user or manager saying this task is complete. And prerequisites for rules in Loop: first of all, you need to have active Power Automate license. You also need Loop connectors enabled in your organization's DLP policy, and you need internet connection. Now that we have high-level information about prerequisites and key building blocks of Loop rules, let's go ahead and see how it works. To get access to Microsoft Loop, go to Microsoft 365. From the app launcher, look for Loop. From here, you can create a new workspace, but if you have one, you can use. So I have already existing one here. I will click here. On the left side, you can see I've already created a couple of Loop pages. For this demo, I will create a new Loop page. I will call this execution, add an icon. Power Automate backed rules are currently available in tables, table-based components, and board-based components in Loop. To create a Loop component, all you need, click / and select table. Let's customize this a little bit. I will say task name. I will call this assign to and change the data column type to person. I will add a new column. I will call this due date and change the data type to date. And I will add a new column. I will call this status and change the column type to label. And from label, I will choose progress. Let's go ahead and add some data. Assign to, since this is a person type, it allows us to pull from our organization's Azure Active Directory. I will choose this. Due date March 5th, and the progress, I will say it's in progress. We can add another one and say that create a communication plan assigned to one of our colleagues and say due date is March 7th and not started. To create a Power Automate backed rules, all we need, come here, says rules, click, and let's first choose our column. I will choose progress. Our trigger action is going to be when this equals completed automate. In this case, I will choose one of the options here. We have send an email. Whenever this criteria meets, it will send an email to selected person. We have also send a message on chat, send a message on group chat, and send a message on channel. This is Teams related automations. So I will choose the first one. Click continue. You can review this, and you need to give permission to Loop to access your Outlook account and click next. And then for the Outlook 2 part, you can specify email. For example, I will put myself as a receiver here. So what I want here, anytime team member change the status from any value to complete, I want to receive an email about that. And the subject is going to be this task is complete. And click create flow. So it's done. Now if I come here and change this to completed, it will trigger an email to my Outlook account saying that this task is complete. Here we are. If you open it, subject line, this task is complete, and you can see progress was modified to completed by Rafsan Hüseyinov. And if you look at here, there is also a link. If you come back here to make any modification, click rules. So you can see here it gives you high level information about your rule. If you can edit it here, you can delete it, or you can simply switch off the rule. This is how you can create Power Automate backed rules in Microsoft Loop app. It's super simple, but it's very handy. I think it's a great start. I'm assuming later Microsoft will add more capabilities related to automation, but this is a great start. So this is it for today. If you like this video, please give thumbs up, subscribe for my channel, and if you have any thoughts, feedback, please put that in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.